Hey guys, welcome to Readings by B. I'm Brittany, if you haven't met me yet. So welcome if this is your first time here on my channel. If not, welcome back. So I mainly do right now tarot and oracle intuitive readings. I am looking to branch out into doing some meditation videos, doing a little bit more like intuitive workshops, stuff like that. So if you are interested in anything like that, please subscribe. That way you know when my videos are going to be coming out. And if you guys have any suggestions or you want me to go over any topics, please feel free to mention them in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. I mainly am going to be focusing on the videos that you guys want to see, so please let me know what you guys want content-wise, and I will try to provide for you. So this month for February, I am going to be focusing on a couple of different topics in love. So right now, a lot of the downloads I'm getting, it's very much centered around like interpersonal relationships, but we're in a big transition period right now, so it's kind of messy. The whole collective is feeling it, which that tension, it's very heavy. So I felt like today I was going to do kind of an intuitive reading for you guys. A lot of you guys asked me like how you can open up your intuition, how you can read your own cards. It's my own personal belief that your intuition is the best information to rely on. It doesn't matter like if you get a reading from me and it's super, super correct. It's your own intuition that is going to give you the most accurate results. So this video is to help you guys open up your intuition right now. It's very important, especially when we're in this huge transition period, to trust yourself and follow your gut. But every single reading I get, the Nine of Swords comes up, which is the insecurities, the anxiety, the not trusting yourself card. So this seems to be a big issue in the collective right now. So Spirit, I guess, wants this video done. So here we go. I have 3 different decks today. So I'm using my Wild Unknown Tarot, which you guys see often. I'm using my Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And then I also have my little mini Star Seeds deck. So I'm not really too well versed on Starseed, all that. I don't know what they're all called, like Indigo Children. I don't know. The collective has like different groups for different types of gifts depending on which planets you came from. I haven't researched that at all, so I don't know what Starseed specifically is, but I love this deck. It's just like whimsical. It's very much on like the intuitive, divine side, so I figured it'd be a good deck today. All right, let's get into it. Okay. Yes. It's like right now in your relationship, so if you're with a partner, you can feel the change with that partner. Even before I'm like pulling the cards, there's stuff coming out. I gotta get this out before I pull. Okay, so if you're with a partner, you're seeing a change in your partner or in yourself. The energy in the relationships don't feel right. You feel like something is off. There's a lot of third-party situations going on. So whether you are with someone and you're in love with somebody else, or there's like you're in love with someone who's in another relationship, there's a lot of decisions being made in February. Big decisions. And it's literally like I can see the weight of the world. Like someone's holding up the earth. Like, oh, that fear behind that decision too. It's like it's a life-changing decision. And this is a direct correlation with a lot of us waking up spiritually and having our spiritual awakenings right now. We can feel that transition. And we wake up and we go, oh my gosh, what was I doing? Like, this doesn't feel right. So just know that it's okay. We're all going through it right now. It's okay to feel off. We're supposed to feel off right now, because if we didn't feel off, we wouldn't be freaking almost like throat punched into our next cycle here, because this is a big, it's not just in life we have all these cycles, right? We go year, week, day, 24 hours in a day. But this cycle that we're switching in right now is like a bigger picture cycle. So it doesn't have anything to do with us. It's like a spiritual cycle. You know, the age of Aquarius, it's like since 2012, it's been kind of swelling. And now we're hitting the peak where we realize the energy we want to get to isn't the energy that we have been building up until now and even preparing for right now. A lot of our businesses, a lot of our the way that we live isn't sustainable physically, emotionally, spiritually for the future. So Spirit's saying we got to change. So that's what's going on right now. I don't know if that made any fucking sense, but yeah. So if you feel any strain in your personal relationships right now, that is likely why. If you feel your partner changing, honestly, it's that open communication. We need to talk about it. A lot of people right now, you know, as you go through your spiritual awakening, we see a lot of like overlap with mental health. I'm no mental health professional by any means. I have a psychology degree, so I have a little bit of a background in mental health, just my own personal experiences as well. But the two are very much correlated. We're getting too many cards. Like I did a depression download the other day because, again, like if you watched my collective grief video back before Christmas, it is like this very heavy energy. We all have this wall that we can't let anybody in. We can't get out. It's the wall that we've built for ourselves, and it's starting to come down, but that's very scary. You know, like after, like around Christmas time, a lot of, I guess, shit hit the fan, so to say. But yeah, it's like that wall's coming down, but now we're seeing what's behind the wall. And that can be a little scary because we've escaped from it for so long. So let's see what's going on here. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna get 3 more cards. So again, like first thing that Spirit's saying to open up your own intuition and start trusting yourself again is to talk about it. You can't keep it in. Right now, judgment from others and from ourselves is a huge problem too. Yeah, we've forced ourselves into a corner. So we're living life so hidden. This is coming up with the Chariot card. So the Chariot in reverse is right in smack dab in the middle of the reading. We've stopped ourselves. We didn't want anyone to see us because if nobody saw us, then nobody could judge us. So then we could go on living peacefully. But after a while, we realized even though we're not letting anybody else externally judge us, the judgment that we put on ourselves with our internal talk, with the way, you know, self-care, the way we go about our days, the judgment is there. We judge ourselves so harshly the more we try and hide from the world. It's interesting because the Chariot reverse is coming up with the Milk and Honey card underneath it, which is talking about pleasure. This keeps coming up in my relationship readings as well. We need to let ourselves actually feel pleasure and understand that we're deserving of pleasure. The Starseed card that's coming underneath this is stillness. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion. So definitely this time that we're taking for ourselves, we need it. It's time to start taking care of yourself. Some of you guys are only eating 1 meal a day. it's not good. You can't fuel your body, and then you get into that vicious cycle. You get a headache, and then you don't drink enough water. There's something here. I don't want to go as far as to say like disordered eating, but there's something here like it's affecting you. And if it's affecting you to the point where you can't feel yourself properly, or you have a hard time like brushing your teeth in the morning, that's a sign. That is a sign that means that you might have something going on underneath the surface. As you're spiritually awakening, depression sets in, because it's almost like the opposite, right? Humans, we don't want to be awake. If we're not awake, we don't want to be awake. We got our blinders on. We're like, okay, la 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 la. Like, we don't see anything on the outside. Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. So like I was saying, this stillness here, reflecting on what we are going through right now, giving ourselves the nutrients we need. With the Chariot in reverse too, it's very much like a huge blanket. This is something like I learned from therapy a long time ago. This is coming up with weight too. Some of you guys are having weight issues. If you know me, you know I've been on a weight loss journey for a while. I've lost about 100 pounds. I feel like this is talking, like it's talking to me too. Weight we use as a shield. And this big comforter, that's what I mean. Like when I was in therapy, they'd say the weight that you put on is almost like a big comforter that you wrap around yourself to keep yourself safe and warm. And so that no one can get in and you can't get out, but you're safe there. And no one can see you because you're all covered up. And they're saying now it's time to shed that energy. And it's not about coming at it. It's, yeah, you're very, very focused on the physical part, like the counting calories, or it's interesting that we have like both sides here. We have under eating, overeating. But yeah, you're like focusing on counting calories. You're really judgmental on yourself. You get down on yourself very easily if you have like a bag of jujubes before bed. But they're saying that thought pattern, that process isn't going to get you where you're going because there's an underlying issue here. So it's about taking off that comforter. And as you spiritually and emotionally take off that comforter, you see the change happen in the physical. I've stepped foot in a gym like twice. I noticed my weight loss starting to change when I walked, but I was walking for my spiritual health. I needed to get out of the house. I needed to just like think about all my problems and process why I was doing something. As I took that spiritual comforter off, as I was becoming less afraid of people seeing the real me, the authentic me, and not worrying about them judging me. To be honest, like even last year, I would have never thought I would start a YouTube video because I was that insecure. I didn't want people to see me. I didn't want to be judged. A lot of people didn't know I read tarot. There's a lot of stuff you guys are probably going to find out in the next year that I never thought I'd say to anybody, but here we are. I'm taking off that comforter. So there's something here, guys, if you're looking to lose weight or if you're looking to start giving your body the nutrients it needs, whatever approach you're taking here, whatever journey you're on, it's about what's going on underneath. It's about what's going on behind the surface. And as you take that comforter off and as you grow through that energy, you'll see that the day-to-day things that you're so judgmental on yourself about are going to become not easier, but it's going to be a more gentle transition. So you're going to have the motivation to make yourself a green smoothie in the morning because you're doing the spiritual work behind it and the emotional work behind it. Because again, there's like that depression energy. There's something underneath that's going on. So again, reflecting on the moment with love, kindness, and compassion. I think I've said this before in a collective reading where we have to forgive ourselves for the choices we have made and forgive the person we have been. up until now. It's so easy to go look back on the past and be like, oh, like, why the heck did I do that? I was such an idiot. Like, and we focus on that and we ruminate on it and we don't realize how that actually affects our day-to-day life. Because if we put it out there in the universe, we say, I'm a fucking idiot. The universe is going to say, well, she thinks she's an idiot. Okay, so there's a block there. It's as simple as that. But again, this comforter, they see you shedding that energy this year. But again, to shed that energy, you can't hold it all in. You can't just hide in the corner. You need to share with other people, because other people share that journey with you. And when you make that connection, that's when you can start taking that comforter off and moving your chariot forward again. Some of you guys have been stuck for like a decade here. If anybody, I don't know where I was going with that. That's okay. I'll move on. This is not the way I thought the reading was going to go. So very interesting. All right. So let's move on over here. So this is something that I feel like has to do with your choice. This line of cards is very much about the present in the physical world. We have the Daughter of Wands. So again, transition. This personality is very much a Spitfire. They have a lot going for them. There's something blooming here on the branch. Again, though, you got to shed that skin, and we're on that cycle. Once you shed your skin, you come back around, you learn the lesson, you shed more skin. There's no hiding from these lessons in life. All we can do is change our reaction to it and how we grow from those lessons. Some Spirit saying some of you guys are upgrading from like a gardener snake to like a python. You're just saying you're done. Like, and I appreciate that, because before, whoever this message is for, you kind of like slither in the grass. You didn't want to disturb anybody. You did your own thing, even though you're this like cool, powerful snake. You're just like, oh, I'm just a snake. But now is with this transition, when you make this choice, whatever this choice is. Some of you guys, it is a relationship choice, whether you're choosing to leave someone or start something new here, or even just open up a conversation within a partnership, make that change within it. But yeah, you're emerging into a python here and now. So this is going to be a fast change for you guys. It's almost like you'll wake up one morning, stuff's coming in your dreams too. You're just going to wake up and you're going to know. So don't fret over, it's hard to say, don't fret over this huge decision, because it is a very big decision for you guys. But understanding the reason why you have to make this choice, the decisions that led you to this choice now, other people's decisions that led you to this choice, it's not just you. Yeah, I feel like when you finally make this choice, what does that say? Oh, she's holding a flag that says you are here. Yeah, so Spirit's saying it doesn't matter how you try and escape this right now, the month of February, you are here. This is going to happen. You have to make this choice, and it is completely up to you how you receive this new energy that's coming in. The choice card says, by staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. So again, using your inner thought patterns to manifest what you want. Spirit is also saying, if you're having a hard time deciding, if you truly don't know right now, like the energy is very confusing on the outside, but internally it's confusing as well. That's why it's confusing on the external. But if you're having an issue with this choice, send it to Spirit. That's what I've been doing a lot lately, because I'm that person. I like run in my brain. I'm like, okay, let's think of every single situation that can come out of this, worst case to best case. And now I send it to spirit. And I know that when I make my choice, I've either like processed it through my dreams, I've done the work, but through the divine, I know. And that's just my own belief. That's just how I go about it. But I send it to spirit. Whatever this choice is that you guys are making, I'm going to pull another card because it's big. Is that the death card? Oh no, Father of Swords. I was like, oh, we've been through it already. Not today. Some of you guys are leaving a job. This came up in my weekly reading this week as well on Instagram. It's just like a toxic environment. You realize a lot of the situations and people that you're trying to hide from that judgment are at your workplace. Some of you guys are choosing... There's a choice about children here as well, because I'm pulling up the Mother of Wands as well. So we have the Mother and Daughter of Wands. So within this choice, there's an issue about protection too. It's not just you. You have other factors with this decision, and you're worried that whatever you do is going to affect whoever these other people are, whether it's your kids, dependents. The Mother of Wands is a very protective energy. It's no bullshit. Again, this is you are leveling up from the Daughter of Wands here, which is like the gardener's sake, to this big mama python. Like, don't mess with her. And this resonates for like anybody. It's just that feminine energy that's coming through. Yeah. There's a lot of things coming in right now too. Some of you guys are choosing to have kids. You're waiting on your partner to be on board and they are kind of still undecided, or there's like an issue there. You're like, I want children, but I don't know if this is the person I want kids with. There's a choice coming up here in February. It feels like whoever or whatever the situation is, it's going to show you. There's going to be they're just going to show you. They're going to finally let you know what their decision is too. Maybe you have to bring it up again, be open. You might be deciding to, move on your own and have a baby on your own. I don't know who this is for. I know this is very specific, but this choice that you're making, this is going to expand your energy so much. I'm just going to get another starseed card for the Mother of Wands. This might be like a mother-daughter relationship as well. You're deciding to bring something up there. So parental relationships. Yeah, we're getting the creation card. So being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. So again, pregnancy. A lot of you guys are worrying about if you have kids, like especially with the state of the world right now. I see you going back and forth. But whatever you're creating right now, whatever path you decide to go down, as long as you're creating something, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to get pregnant this month. I don't know why. Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you don't want to be pregnant, this is not for you. This is for people who are, in this specific situation. Yeah, be protective over your energy as well. If you guys are into crystals, if you are resonating with this message over here, smoky quartz and carnelian for you guys. Smoky quartz is very grounding, very protective, but it also filters out any negative energy. And carnelian is really good for your sacral chakra, so that's creativity, reproductive organs. If you're looking to get pregnant, carnelian is a really good stone to use for that. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. throwing out crystals for you guys. I wear, I don't even have it on today, but I usually wear my smoky quartz every single day. But there's something there with your intuition, like you know what's going on behind the scenes here. So again, trust yourself on this too. And I know with the first part of the reading, we were talking about how it's hard to trust ourselves, but you know what's best for you. So yeah, very interesting for that line of cards. Never know what's going to come out in readings. Okay. Sorry, my hands are freezing. It's chilly. Okay. So the last set of cards we have here is, it feels like the collective, it's going to go through like the collective swing of energy where that's happening right now. This is talking about the false start we had at the beginning of the year. So this is the Fool in reverse. We got played. So yeah, it feels like at the end of December, beginning of January, that's Sophie, by the way, we had a false start. We started on something, we thought we were going to go down this specific path, but it turned out not to be good. It wasn't for us, or it like the energy there did not match up. And again, this might be why we're kind of in that insecure energy. We're like, gosh, like I thought 2020 was going to be like the year, everything's going to go great. But again, remember that in the astrological year, we start the year in Aries. So that's at the beginning of April. So I feel like March and April are going to be when we start to feel that kind of like swing upwards. But right now we're kind of trial and error. Like a lot of us are kind of bunkering down, hiding. It's being clarified by the chaos and conflict card, which again is talking about what's been going on the past couple of months. Globally, we see it. What we see globally is a perfect reflection of what we see in our internal relationships, with our relationship with ourselves, with spirit. This chaos and conflict is coming out because that's what we have within us. It also feels like whatever this false start was for some of you guys, it needed to come out, just to like get that energy out. I see, yeah, it's like a flushing toilet. It's like that wasn't for you. Sorry, these I love flowers. These tulips are making my nose itchy. And this, it's interesting too, because on this card we see a zebra, but it's looking like it's kind of changing into a giraffe print. So again, that transition that we're in right now, we're really changing ourselves, and realizing whatever this false start was, we had our hands on other pieces of the puzzle, other people's pieces too. We were trying to control the situation, and that's why it didn't work out. Letting go of that control is helping us to ascend. It's helping us to trust ourselves with our intuition and figure out what our intuition actually is. I'm feeling like some of you guys are really tuned into the chaos and conflict right now too. As humans, you know, it's easy for us to focus completely on the negative and not on the positive. But right now it feels like you're tuned into all this chaos and conflict because a lot of it's happening around you. Spirit saying, though, there's like every single thing that's happening around you, though, you're picking up a little lesson in each one. And the Starseed card that's coming up with it is the Ascension card. So your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. So these things are happening almost like one after another, and you're going through them so quickly. I see a check mark when the Spirit's saying like you're checking off one of the lessons that you're learning in this life. And what you are doing right now, if this is resonating with you, it's like check, 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 check. But you don't even realize you're doing it because a lot of it is external conflict too. It's like other people's problems that they come to you for. So I feel like over here, it's feeling very much like you might already be aware of your intuitive abilities and being a healer. You might be an empath as well, so you take on all that emotion and energy from other people so that they don't have to feel it. You do this consciously and subconsciously. So you're like completely immersed in this chaos and conflict. But don't judge yourself on that. Don't think you're a bad person because you're caught up in the gossip. Don't think you're a bad person or anything because you've gotten yourself in this situation, whatever the situation is. Spirit saying you are there. You've put yourself there to pick up these pieces, these little check marks, because you're ascending right now. Come March, I feel like we're coming into a Mercury retrograde as well. So if this message is resonating more with you on this side, Mercury retrograde is actually going to be a really good thing for you. So coming out into March, I feel like by like St. Patrick's Day, you're going to be like, I didn't realize this sense of peace, this frame of mind, and this connection was even possible. Because you're putting in the work. But it's like you're judging yourself for putting in the work. You don't understand why you're there. I've said this so many times too. We ask Spirit for a birthday cake, and then Spirit gives us flour and eggs and all this stuff, and we're like, well, where is our cake? Like, we don't realize we need to put it together. And this is what you're doing right now. You're putting together your cake. It's messy. It's not a clean kitchen by any means. You are not in a very controlled or peaceful environment, but that energy is coming in. I'm gonna pull actually I'm gonna pull another oracle card for over here just to see where your intuition is at. Truth be told, y'all know. So I should have done a pick a card because this is very like 3 different situations, but over here we have truth be told. You guys already know the truth. Some of you guys, you don't understand where it's coming from too. Like, you'll have a dream and you're like, do I tell the person what I had a dream about or do I not? And then 2 days later the dream happens. So you have this window of truth. You're this owl, and you have this bright open window with all the truth on the inside, and you're holding this mask. You're no longer wearing the mask, you're holding the mask. Spirit's asking you to drop the mask though. You don't need to hold on to it just in case you have to put it back on. They're saying that's just dead weight, and that's like a solid gold mask, so that's weighing you down. And with the hearts around it too, I feel like this has to do with relationships as well. Your intuition is strong. It's getting stronger. Some of you guys, I feel like your partner's waking up as well, and this is creating a lot of chaos and conflict. But you're there as a mirror. You're there as that truth mirror for them, because you know in your intuition what's going on. So it doesn't mean you have to go and be like, hey, I know what's going on. Oh, there's Art. Hey. But you don't have to go and be like, I know what's going on. I'm intuitive. But you can kind of, as you're learning all these little lessons, checking off these things, it's kind of like you spit it right back out at them in a very natural and seamless way. You have this way of you like teach people lessons. You don't match energy, but you like kind of give them a taste of their own medicine as soon as they do it to you. It's very interesting. This is a very cool type of intuition. So again, if it resonates, if it doesn't, just take whatever resonates with you. But whoever is resonating with this side of the reading, you kind of just stay on the sidelines. You're like, knew that was gonna happen. Knew that was gonna happen. Within all this chaos and conflict. But as you tune into that, as you hone in on that, they're saying again, if you're feeling this energy, if you already feel your intuition growing, do a lot more meditation. Right now, just walking outside, getting back into nature is going to be a huge thing for you guys to open back up. for intuitive development, if you guys have any questions, if you wanted to talk to me about how to open up your own intuition, or if you just have FAQ, like, let me know. I am starting to open up a lot more about my own spiritual journey, how I have awakened over the years. It's different for everybody, right? So if you are feeling drawn to contact me, you can always have a reading as well. I love reading about spiritual development. Right now it's happening a lot for so many people. It's great. Yeah, so you can book a private reading. I'm also doing group readings right now. They are very fun. So if you have like a bachelorette, birthday party, whatever type of celebration, you can hire me to come and read at your party. So usually I just need like a separate room. That way we can have the reading privately. And yeah, you can choose between like 15 minutes, half an hour to an hour, depending on how many people are at the party. I only do a certain time limit just because it can be quite exhausting to read so many people. Yeah, so I think that's it for the reading. If you guys have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. I'll put all this information down there as well so you guys can have it. I think that is it. So until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.